Morning, guys. Tessa and I are just leaving Josh and Larissa's place to go to this really cool coffee shop that's down the street from here. I got my camera with me, so I'm gonna be trying to get some pictures. This is the place. This is such a cool door. This place is pretty cool. Man, Tessa's addicted to this like island game. What's it called?
Don't Starve Shipwreck.
And since she got it on her phone, I downloaded it on my phone. And it's actually pretty addicting to build a fire before it gets dark outside. And I keep on forgetting to build a fire, so I keep dying.
Humanity isn't even low. What the heck is going on?
Outside. Tessa just left to go to work. There's no way that thing's getting out of there. I guess the plows just pushed all the snow on top of it. Alright, so guys, I didn't really have that much planned for tonight. I was kind of just sitting there watching YouTube videos. I was on Instagram and Snapchat and Twitter, and then eventually there was no more social media things to go on, so I was just sitting there not doing anything. And I looked over and there was a bunch of photo albums that were just kind of sitting there. And I know that there's a lot of like old pictures in here from like when I was younger and all that kind of stuff. And so I just wanted to kind of go through these and just like show you guys some pictures. I'm pretty sure some of them are gonna be pretty embarrassing, but I wanted to like open them up and just see what the heck there was in here. And but here is some pictures of when I was younger. So in this picture, that's my brother and I'm in the red shirt. Now, if you can see my teeth and like my face, the reason that my teeth look like that is because when I was super young, I had this problem where I would basically like suck on the bottle that I was drinking on, and like the little part that would come off, I would always have in my mouth. And so the top 4 teeth of mine, actually, like my baby teeth got rotten. That's me and my mom. It says Josh and Mom, grade 1, Miss Tagart's class. Yeah, so this is when I was in grade 1. I went to a school where I had to wear a uniform, and my dad thought it was the coolest thing to like make my hair slicked back like that. I don't know what the heck was going on, but also can we just take a second to look at how big my ears are? I feel like my head didn't really get any bigger after that day. My ears just kept growing, because even right now I feel like my ears are pretty big. Alright, so we're taking it a couple of years back in this pic. This is a picture of me riding my first bike. I don't even think I had training wheels when I started riding my first bike, and I guess back in that time, sandals and socks were, were a cool thing to do. As you can see, I had a great sense of fashion. And then those things that are stuck on my wheels, those were like things that like when you would ride the bike, they would make like a sound. And I thought it was the coolest thing ever, but it was, thinking back on it now, it's not that cool. And that bike, I think I popped like 15 tires. So that thing was probably one of the first bikes I ever had. Alright, so I'm not sure what year this is, but as you guys can see, I think this is the same year that like I was riding that bike in the last picture, but I have some kind of crazy yellow sweater. This kind of reminds me of that scene from like Napoleon Dynamite where Kip is pulling Napoleon on the bike.
It'd be nice if you could pull me into town.
Alright, so this goes to show that even if you don't have teeth, you can be super happy. I had all 4 of those top teeth taken out. This is like a clear view of what it looked like. I don't even remember what it felt like having no teeth up there. Like, I just look so happy in this picture. I think this is from when me and my parents and my grandparents were going to Banff, which is in like Alberta. And yeah, this is me just chilling. I like remember just putting all this stuff on just to get this picture taken, and then I took it all off. So this is, I don't remember how old I was, but yeah. So I went through one of the albums and I picked out some of like my firsts, like first time doing anything or having anything or like seeing anything. So I'm gonna go through these pretty quick, but start with the first one. The first skateboard. This was my first time meeting my baby sister. This was the first baseball team I'd been on, if you guys can like me right down there in the middle. Or first time hitting a ball off the tee. First time meeting Santa Claus. First time flying an airplane. Getting my first bike. First candid shot in a diaper. The bottle thing that I've been talking about where I lost all my teeth, the reason is because like this picture shows why, is basically because I would suck on this bottle. So I'm not sure what the heck is going on in this picture, but as you can see, this is back when I had a great sense in fashion. I had the socks with the sandals, I had the squiggly line shorts, I got the varsity jacket style thing going on with the collared shirt. Alright, those are all the pictures. I'm gonna look through. There's so many more. There's like these 3 full things and then a whole bin downstairs that I didn't go through, but I think I might make a main channel video out of all of these. So I'm gonna tell you guys a quick story about probably the scariest time of my life. Way back when I was, before I did YouTube and before like I went to university and before I did all that kind of stuff, I was really into like riding dirt bikes like on a track, like racing, doing something, it's called motocross. So I was always out there doing motocross, and me and my dad would always go up like every Saturday, Sunday, and it was just something that I was really into. Like I had all the gear, I had the bike, I had everything set up. Like I was part of an association or whatever where I would go up every weekend and basically just race. And there was like points that I had to collect and all that kind of stuff. So I was always up there doing that. And this one particular day, me and my dad, it was just like, I don't know, it's just like any other day, me and my dad started to get ready in the morning and we started to go up to the track. And it was a super rainy day outside, which like I would go and ride my dirt bike in any kind of weather, but this day was a little bit different because it was like downpour, so there was just like a ton of rain. And so me and my dad got up there and we offloaded the bike, everything was good, like it was just a really wet day. And so everybody lined up to everybody had lined up to get ready for the race, and I had one of those like helmet cam things. It wasn't a GoPro, it was just like one that kind of like stuck on the side of your helmet. So I got ready for the race, the gates like dropped and I was basically just riding, and when I ran around the first corner, I like noticed that the track was like super slippery. So I like could kind of feel it out, and I knew like how slippery it was, so I just took it easy. And I did one lap and went through okay, but the second lap, when I had went around like the starting point and I went around the first corner, there was this really big jump. And so I went off this jump, and as of right now, I can't remember actually going off that jump. Like, because what happened after is I went off the jump and I landed sideways, and I basically went through the air sideways, and when I landed, I hit the ground, my bike landed sideways, and I basically smashed my head into the next jump that was in front of me, which was, it was like, I can't even remember like that ever happening. Like right now I'm trying to think back, but yeah, I smashed my head. Even like I had a full face helmet on, I had all the gear on, I had a neck brace, I had everything good, and I slammed my head into this dirt wall basically. After that, I got up. All of this had been told, like what somebody told me this after, but after I had smashed my head, I got up, I picked my bike up, I walked it back to the truck where my dad and I had parked. I apparently walked up to my dad and told him that I wasn't feeling very good, and that I didn't really want to ride that day anymore. So everything was fine. Like I was acting totally normal. Like the only thing that had happened was I had a really bad fall, everybody thought. So I went to put my bike in the truck. I got everything set. I had to like strap my bike down. There's like specific way that you have to do all that kind of stuff. I had all that stuff down. Like there was no problems going on. My dad didn't expect anything. Like, and then like when we got in the truck to leave, I kept on telling my dad that like I didn't really feel that good. And still to this day, I swear to God, you guys, I'm telling you, like I don't remember any of this. And so when we were driving away from the track, about 10 or 15 minutes after we had left, we were driving down the road, and it was the weirdest feeling because like all of you guys, I don't know if like all of you guys, but like, you know when you get deja vu and you just kind of feel like you've seen something before, or you've heard somebody say something before, or just like somewhere in your mind you just feel like you've experienced whatever it is that is happening before. Well, basically my brain was doing that like every 5 to 10 seconds. So basically what was happening was it felt like whatever was happening in front of me I had already seen before, because my brain was like restarting so fast. And so I would look at my dad and I would tell my dad like that I would tell him the exact words. I'd say, man, I feel like I like really have deja vu right now. And then like 5 seconds later I would look at him and I would go, man, I like really feel like I have deja vu right now. And 5 seconds after that, I'd say the same thing. And I swear to God, you guys, I did that for 3 hours. Like 3 hours of repeating the same thing. And so when my dad realized after like 10 minutes or 5 minutes or however long, 2 minutes of me repeating myself, he realized that like something was wrong. And then that's when I could feel like I don't remember any of this, but like going back on it now, I almost feel like I could feel like what was happening. And I feel like I remember him telling me, he like held my hand and he told me everything was gonna be okay, because there was nothing wrong. Like the only thing that was wrong was that I was looking at him and repeating the same things over again. So as you guys can imagine, that would probably be pretty freaky. Like I could see that being like super scary if that happened to somebody that I knew. And so like right after that, my dad, like he held my hand and told me everything was gonna be okay, and then he drove me to like the closest hospital. So when we got to the hospital, I don't even know if I walked in. Like I don't even know if somebody came and got me or what happened, but I was put into a hospital bed, and I actually have pictures. I can put them on the screen right here, but I was put into the hospital bed, and they had to bring me to like get a CAT scan basically of my head. And because they thought there could have been internal bleeding, and obviously I had a huge concussion. The bed was actually the part where I actually started to remember stuff, like kind of like where I woke up even though I was already awake. So I woke up in the bed and I was lying there, and it was probably one of the scariest, like saddest things I'd ever seen, because I had all of my family around me and everybody had tears in their eyes. Like I don't even know if I had ever seen like my brother or my sister or like somebody genuinely crying over somebody. But like when I started to come back to it, I saw my mom, I saw my dad, I saw my brother, I saw my sister. So after that, I actually had dislocated my shoulder as well. So I don't even know how that even worked, because I ended up putting the bike in the back of the truck and stuff. So I must have really been in a lot of pain. And sadly after that, I had to, the doctors basically told me if I got another concussion that I wouldn't be able to do anything anymore. So I had to, I didn't sell my dirt bike right away, but I had to stop racing, because I basically, if I fell again, I didn't want to like risk going through that again and all that kind of stuff. So yeah, I had stopped racing. I only did like track stuff like in the trails. Like I would go trail riding a lot. But yeah, other than that, I sold my dirt bike like probably 2 years after that. And then yeah, that's when I moved to California. So that was a pretty crazy experience in my life. Okay, that story was way too long. Sorry to keep you guys trying to listen to stories like that forever, but I mean, I have so many stories that I could tell you guys. So if you guys want me to tell more stories like that, I could keep them coming, because I don't know, I just feel like there's so much crap that I don't know, just lots of stuff. But I'm gonna go see what Tessa's up to, because it is kind of late right now and she's probably wondering where the heck I am. So I'm gonna go see what she's doing. Alright, Tessa and I have just been kind of hanging out, so I think I'm gonna end the vlog right here, because there's nothing else that's going on. So I hope that you guys enjoyed today's vlog, and we're gonna be going out and doing some stuff tomorrow, so I will see you guys in the morning. All right, good night guys.